stumbled upon this video, that means you have a toddler and he or she is not eating food and it's bothering you. We know that you're here because you're looking for similar answers that all our mothers here are looking for. We need the best for our baby. And if you have landed in this page, that means you want your toddler to eat. You want your toddler to be healthy. And trust me, you're doing a great job. Don't trust anybody who says anything else. Just forget it. Don't even listen. You are doing a great job. Hi, welcome back to our channel. I am Tina. I am a health psychologist and a mother of a premature baby. In this channel, we'll be discussing a lot about premature babies and babies in general, about their milestones, their food, their growth and development, food recipes, and some tips and tricks here and there, and my special vlogs, which are very interesting and beautiful. So if you want all those things, do join us in Mom Dad Olive's family. Please go ahead and subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon next to it. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video of the tips and tricks that I want to give you about feeding toddlers. So I know making toddlers eat their food is really difficult and very frustrating at times. You know, we lose our patience, we shout, we yell, and we sometimes even cry because we feel helpless. Yes, even I'm going through the same phase. Okay, so first and foremost thing is, how many times should you feed your toddler? You have to feed them 5 times. Yes! 3 proper meals, that means breakfast, lunch, dinner, and 2 snacks. So 1 snack is supposed to be between breakfast and lunch, somewhere around 11 o'clock in the morning, and the second snack is somewhere between lunch and dinner, somewhere around 5 or 6 p.m. in the evening. And so the second point is, how long should you feed? Yes, how long should you feed your baby is very important. So the maximum time that you can feed your baby is 1 hour. Because, for example, if you're sitting down for breakfast and you have 1 or 2 idlis on your plate and you want to make sure that you want to feed all the 2 idlis to your baby, and you will hold the plate and roam around inside the house, outside the house, anywhere possible in the world, and you want to feed the baby for 2 or 3 hours. And do you think that is technically correct? No, that's not correct. That's a wrong technique that majority of the parents use. So in my research that I've been stressing over, and I've done a personal research myself, and I've studied in a few books, that you should never ever feed the baby for long hours, because that is going to just tire them and make them feel aversion for food. Ladies, get to the point. Even if it is 1 bite or 10 bites or all the food that you have kept in their plate, or if they haven't touched the food at all, it has to be 1 hour, not more than that. Put down the plate, stop the feeding session, make them wash their hands, make them wash their mouth, and just let them go and play or do whatever they want. Don't just go around them, eat. Imagine if some person is around you to, make you eat all the time, how suffocating you feel. The baby feels the same way, so stop doing that, right? And this is scientifically proven. It's not my own gyan that I'm giving. It's a scientific based evidence. So do follow that. Now you all must have landed in the same doubt that all of us have, including me. When I first read that and heard that, I was like, are you serious? What if they don't eat anything? It's completely alright. They can catch up in the next feed. So during this process, please, for heaven's sake, don't feed them anything. Oh, my baby hasn't eaten food. They haven't eaten idli at all. He just kept only 1 bite. So let me go and prepare 100 different varieties and now start and go and feeding the babies. Please don't do that. That's going to irritate and frustrate the baby. And that technique is a wrong technique. It's called gracing. So gracing is nothing but you're giving something or the other to feed the baby all the time. So the baby is having some little food now, and then some other little food, some snacks, some juice, some apple, some banana. So overall, that little food is going to fill the stomach. So when actually the lunch time comes, the baby won't eat again. Again, you're going to fall in stress. So when the 1 hour is over, stop the meal, let the baby play or do whatever they want, and then go and catch up for the next snack. Try to make it healthy, or just go for the next meal, try to feed them. Okay? I know it hurts, but trust me, it works. You can feed water in between meals, so that they don't get dehydrated and they don't feel like unenergetic. Try to feed them water in between meals, nothing else. No juices and all the juices you store until the snack time. My golden tip for today is, instead of force feeding, try to make them self feed. Yes, bake into small bites and tell them to sit and eat by themselves. And there is a scientific evidence that when toddlers eat by themselves, when they pick up the food, see the food, feel the food, try to feel it, the texture, the smell, how it looks and how it tastes, and slowly they put in the mouth, that is more, how should I say, that is more precious than the force food that you're putting in their mouth, where they don't feel it, they don't enjoy the taste, they don't feel the texture, they don't feel the smell. All they do is they cry. That is the worst thing. Please stop force feeding and encourage self feeding. And you please make sure that you are very attentive. Sit with the baby because they may choke. So you have to make sure that you don't give anything that is too big for them to choke, like peanuts or grapes. Be very, very careful with such kind of food, and make them into small pieces so that they can actually chew, and make sure they are a little soft according to the baby's age. If your baby is less than 1 year, make it very soft. If your baby is more than 1 year, try to make it a little softer, not too soft. They don't like it like that also. Introduce various textures, various colors, shapes, and even types. For example, in the weight gain powder, protein powder video, I have shown you that when I fed it with spoon, Olive took the first spoon and she refused the second spoon. She doesn't want it in powder form. The same powder, I make it like a laddu, and I gave her. She ate the entire laddu and she was asking for some more. So try to, present the food in different ways. I know we embrace mess. Nobody likes mess, and especially that gooey, liquidy, and that curry all over the place, all over the plate, all over the floor, all over the dress, all over the hair. It's hard to imagine, but the mess is going to happen because there is a scientific fact behind it, that the baby has to explore the food. The baby has to touch it. The baby has to smell it. The baby has to feel it. So they keep on squeezing it to understand the texture. They keep on smelling it. They keep on throwing it. They want to see what kind of food that is. So I know it is very frustrating and irritating. Initially, the mess is like, please, somebody save me. But now I really love it, because now I understood, like, Olive is actually trying to understand food. Olive is actually trying to connect with food. So I'm really letting her make the mess. I'm trying to figure out how to make it cleaner later. The next most important thing is how much quantity of milk you have to give to your baby. I've done my research, and one of the pediatrician, a very senior pediatrician had told me that you have to feed only 200 ml per day, because now your toddler is mostly on solid food, so they don't need much of milk. So try to feed them 100 ml in the morning or 100 ml in the evening, or all the 200 ml in the evening before bedtime. That's up to you, because when you drink a lot of milk, when your baby drinks a lot of milk, they cannot digest it and they feel full, so they don't eat the next meal. So reduce the quantity of milk. Another important thing that you have to remember is, when your baby is eating, they spit out. That's a natural reflex they have. If they find the food that, the babies can analyze if they can swallow the food, or they like it or don't like it. And if they can't swallow the food, sometimes they actually spit it out, and that's a good thing. Trust me, that's really, really a good thing, because it will avoid choking. So don't scold your baby when the baby spits out some food. It's okay, they're still learning. Yes. First time when you give food to the baby, they're not going to touch it. They are not going to put that in their mouth. They are going to put that on themselves. They are going to put it on the ground. They're going to just patter around. They're going to mess up their self. And you, don't worry. They are not going to put their food in the mouth for the very first time. It's completely all right. But don't give up. Try to introduce the food in a different form or in a different way. Today, if you have given the food, they didn't eat it. It's okay. Give it after 3-4 days, next week, next month, but don't stop giving. Okay. So try different ways to give. If your baby is still not eating, it's totally all right. Maybe they didn't like it. That's all. And in my research, I've come to know that a baby takes technically up to 30 to 38 of exposures before actually putting it in their mouth. So be patient, yes. We all need to go to meditation classes and yoga classes, isn't it? I'm really serious. Instead of feeding, maida and all the junk, heavy quantities, even if your baby is eating very little quantity, make sure it is very, very healthy. For example, Olive eats very little quantity, but that food is very healthy. Like, she literally eats brown rice. Nobody believes that. She eats vegetables, she eats nuts and fruit and anything that is healthy. Millets and all kind of good healthy food. Even that is a very, very little quantity, that is going to really nourish her body so well. So try to keep that in mind. Not the quantity, but the quality. So we have come to the end of the tips and tricks. I hope you all liked the video. If you do think so, please hit the like button and leave the comment down below which of the tip you really like and use the tips. If you really used one of these tips and if it worked, please leave us a comment down below and let us know. I'll be very, very happy. Until then, take care of yourself and the little ones. Bye-bye.